Welcome back, guys. I'm here with another episode of Bible Q&A. Today I'm discussing, who are our neighbors? Well, this question is answered in Luke chapter 10 verses 30 to 35. In this story, we find an Israelite who was traveling only to get held up by thieves. They beat him up and took all his stuff away, so he was left stranded and injured. There were several religious Israelites who could have helped him, but they all just passed him. It was a Samaritan who came by, who would actually offer him lodging and who would pay for his recovery. It was the Samaritan, not the other people, who was his neighbor, even though the Samaritan did not come from his country, which tells us that a biblical neighbor is not about just the people who live next to us. It is about the people in our social space, the people we influence, and more specifically, the people who are interested in God like us. The Pharisees were not neighbors of Jesus because even though they knew the scriptures, they didn't like him, and he was the Son of God. They could have become Christ's neighbors by loving him, because that's what our neighbors are supposed to do for us, and that's what we are supposed to do for them. As it was said in Hebrews, let brotherly love continue. We can also look at Romans chapter 13 verses 9 to 10, Galatians chapter 5 verses 13 to 14, James chapter 2 verses 8 to 9, Matthew chapter 22 verses 37 to 40, and Mark chapter 12 verse 33. We cannot bear any grudges against them, regardless of how spiritually weak they are. As it was said in Proverbs, devise not evil against thy neighbor, seeing he dwelleth securely by thee. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 29. This love is not just about telling them, "Oh, I love you, you're a great person." No, it's about what we do for them. It is about showing a good example for them. As it was said in Romans, it is good neither to eat flesh, nor to drink wine, nor anything whereby thy brother stumbleth, or is offended, or is made weak. Romans chapter 14 verse 21. Our lives should benefit them. For such reasons, St. Paul said in Romans, we then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak, and not to please ourselves. Let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification. We can also look at Romans chapter 14 verse 15, 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 24, and chapter 8 verses 11 to 13. Doing this, we are being the light of the world. Matthew chapter 5 verses 13 to 16, and Philippians chapter 2 verses 12 to 18. Jonathan was a neighbor of King David. A very good neighbor, in fact, because he loved him as his own soul. 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 1 and chapter 20 verse 17. Jesus loved his disciples, so he was a good neighbor. And he made sure that when he was to die, the group would still be intact afterwards, according to John chapter 17 verse 12. Even better, Jesus is a good neighbor to all of us, literally every true Christian in the world, because he gave his life for us. As it was said in the book of 2 Corinthians, for ye know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich. But of course, we also have to look at the negative people, the people who were bad neighbors. The churches in these last days, they are not good neighbors. Notice how neighbors don't have to actually be people. They were not good neighbors to Jesus Christ, and they still aren't, many of them, because they are preaching what Jesus Christ did not tell them to preach. They are exploiting their flocks. They don't care if people actually serve God. They're just like, hey, I need money. This behavior was described in Matthew chapter 24 verses 48 to 51, Isaiah chapter 56 verses 10 to 11, Matthew chapter 7 verses 15 to 23, and Ezekiel chapter 34 verses 1 to 11. As it was said in Habakkuk, Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 15. This attitude actually leads their flock to sin. So my advice is, take care of your neighbors. Take care of your brothers in the faith. That is how we can be a good Christian. As David said in the book of Psalms, Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor. Psalms chapter 15 verses 1 and 3. And that is where I'm going to stop with this Bible Q&A. Who are our neighbors? They are true Christians who actually believe in us and are willing to help us just like we are going to help them when they are in need. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.